I think today I'm going to set up that Greenstalk vertical planter. I was going to do it yesterday. However, yesterday was very windy, so probably not a good day to do that job. And I'm going to put it in between these two planters behind me, because that way it's going to be more stable when them winds do return. But first I've got to make a bit of room. So first we'll get this spinner in place, and then we'll put each section on and then fill it like that. So now we've got that filled up, as you can see it quite easily spins. We just need to add this first watering tree. That just sits on the end like that. And then we can add his next piece and do it all again. So that's his Greenstalk planter all set up, and it only took about half an hour. So there we go, a really good addition to this caravan container garden. Every section has got a watering tray in between, and very important to make sure that it's level, so we put a spirit level on it on that part, so we know that it's not going to tip one way or other. And the last job that you need to do is pop this on, and you fill that with water. So that's going to create drip irrigation all the way through to the bottom of this planter. So that's what we'll do next. Once you've filled that, it's going to drain all the way through every level, and then it'll start coming out at bottom. If you look in between these layers, you can see that it's got that drip irrigation that we're looking for. So everything's going to get an even watering. When you do this, I'd let it drain all the way through and then fill it again, just so you know everything has got a really good, nice saturation. Well, that wind's picked up a little bit, but that's not moving anywhere at the moment, which is great. So now we can put some plants in. I'm going to use a mixture of these winter little gems and some beetroot, and I'm going to plant them alternate on the same level, but I'm not going to use that top level because I'm saving that for some flowers. If you've got one of these, definitely use it. It'll make that job of planting up these plugs so much easier. When I'm putting these plants in, I'm letting them lean slightly outwards. So that's one level done. So now we'll do another. Make sure you pinch off any yellowing leaves before you plant them also. So there we go. That is quite a lot of plants in there already. Well, that was definitely easy to set up, and it's only got a very small footprint, so even in the smallest of gardens, you can make room for one of those. So that's a lot of plants growing in your vertical Greenstalk planter. If you're interested in getting one of those planters, I'm going to leave a link in the description, and that's to a website that's now selling them within the UK. Previously, you could only get them from abroad, and the place to get them from is called Rooted in Bolton, and it is a non-profit charity organisation. So pop over and take a look at the options they've got available, because that, as far as I'm concerned, is well worth having if you're interested in container gardening and you've only got a very small space. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for being part of the channel, and thank you to Anne Trotter for your donation, massively appreciated. And we'll be using that over the next couple of weeks when we completely fill that Greenstalk planter, because we've got a couple of levels of beetroot and we've got lettuce. And as we go over the next few weeks, we are going to add more and more things to that planter. Maybe a few herbs or some different types of salad. But when it comes to spring next year, we're also going to be putting dwarf tomato plants in there and dwarf French beans, because they're perfectly capable of growing things like that. Don't forget, those little pockets that you see is not the extent of compost that your plants have got to put out the roots. The whole section is full of compost, and that's what makes them a really good idea. So if you are interested in getting one of those planters, either for autumn and winter or in preparation for spring, that link is in the description. And if you want to see what we might be putting in there next, because I think I'm going to add a few flowers as well, then please hit that subscribe button and press that notifications bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.